Oh god. Hey, what's up? Oh my god. Anyway, welcome back to another episode of Iron Man Days, where I update you guys on all the goings on my Iron Man account. I gotta be honest, I was a little bit worried about this week's episode because I didn't get a lot of English is hard. I didn't get any of the big ticket things I really wanted throughout most of the week. So I was a little worried that we weren't going to have a lot, but yesterday, especially yesterday, and also during the weekend, we ended up getting some big stuff, and I'm really excited to show you guys that. But let's start this off with some levels like we normally do. Kicking things right off with 75 fletching. I did say I was going to get as many fletching levels as I could this week, and I spent a lot of money. We got rune arrows at 75. Then we followed that up with 76 fletching, which gave us amethyst broad bold tips. I can't even mine amethyst yet, so who cares? 77 fletching following that, which is big ups. Man, it was expensive for those broad arrowheads, but I do have some left over, which is great. Following that, we got 77 agility, so we can jump things better. Next up, we got 79 fishing, which I managed to get either watching TV or while I was at work or even streaming another game like Apex. Next up, we got 79 herb lore. Big upgrade. Any herb lore levels we can get is huge. Another weekly goal that we got was 84 attack. I got it during a Drake task right there. 85 cooking is the next level that I got, because I wanted to make some wild pies to boost for Cerberus. However, it's such a pain to make wild pies, I decided not to do it too much. Next up, we got 79 construction, followed by 80 farming, which was a level that snuck up on me. I didn't even realize I was about to get it until I got it, which was sick. Next, we got 91 ranged. Happened in the middle of a corrupted gauntlet kill. Yes, I did get this kill. Didn't throw me off too much. Next up, we got 75 mining. I decided to just head out to the sandstone quarry and get that level really quick. And then I decided I'm freaking tired of mahogany homes, and I'm gonna giga this level to level 80 construction using mahogany benches. I know it's kind of a waste on an Iron Man to use those mahogany planks for that, but I was tired of running around all of creation for mahogany homes. But getting that level did allow me to boost for 85 to make the fairy ring. However, I did kind of forget the first time I got the boost. I forgot I needed a watering can, because it's freaking stupid like that. So I went back, got the boost again, and used up all the rest of my orange spice stocks, but we got it. And there's the fairy ring, which is super valuable already. It's gotten so much use. Next up, we're hopping into everyone's favorite segment, the never-ending emotional torture that is clue scroll rewards. Fuck. Wait. That's actually not bad. I kind of needed a Bando's cloak, so I can have a Bando's item other than a stupid ancient mace. Okay, all right. Next up, how about we hop into some bossing this week? Because going back through my footage, I even realized I did a few more kills on Muspa that I kind of forgot about. So I kind of want to talk about that a little bit with you guys. First up, I kind of want to cover some Phantom Muspa. I did quite a few more kills. I got up to about 40 KC and then decided to head back to primarily focusing on the gauntlet and stuff like that. But I did learn the fight pretty well. I'm getting to the point where I can get 2 to 3 kill trips with virtually the same setup that I had in my guide video, except I have added ruby bolts, and ruby bolts actually do help a lot. They speed these kills up. I believe I've gotten a sub 4-minute kill with a rune crossbow, and I usually get 2 to 3 kills per trip depending on how it goes. Plus, with the added nerf, his melee doesn't hit you at all if he's moving towards you and you're moving away. So that kind of cuts down on having to eat as much food. So it's actually gotten pretty good. So I highly recommend checking out that guide and then adding some ruby bolts into your loadout if you're a mid-level Iron Man. So next up, we've got my first Cerberus KC. I thought I recorded more of these, but I didn't. I got up to about 20 some KC and then decided to skip the rest of the task because I didn't want to make more wild pies. But if you notice, I'm praying melee like an idiot. It's been a long time since I've done any Cerberus, but I was really confident because I'd done so much. I was confident going in. I knew what I was doing, so I ran in, you know, my slick back hair and sloppy steaks, you know, real piece of shit. And got in there and was praying the wrong thing. So my first kill was kind of a big pain. But I did get it, and I did kind of grind. I corrected it immediately after that kill for the remainder of my trips. I am going to throw this in here, though, because I forgot to put it back in the level segment, and I don't feel like going back there. I did complete Monkey Madness 2, and I did get 89 Slayer, so there's that. Another thing I wanted to know is that I had to kill a KBD for a clue scroll, and I had actually never, ever in my entire time of playing RuneScape even been inside the KBD lair, let alone killed it. So I kind of threw this in there just kind of for nostalgia's sake, because this was kind of a big thing back in the day, but I had never done it, but I did it here, and God, it was fucking easy. Holy shit. Holy cow. Yeah, it was so easy. But yeah, I did it. Got that clue scroll down, which you guys already saw the reward from, so wanted to throw that in there. And now it's time for some Corrupted Gauntlet rundowns here. Here's 183 KC, one of the very first ones I got after doing last week's video, and go figure, I get a regular crystal weapon seed. I said in last week's video that I was gonna do for either seed, and sure enough, very soon after that, I fucking get the wrong one. But either way, I got something. So then we went up to, you know, 190, then we hit, you know, 200, and didn't get anything, and then we ended up getting all the way up to 210, and we still didn't get anything, and then I kind of started to lose track of time. I've lost count of the days that I've been locked in here, a never-ending search for the keys to my freedom. I've found 2 of the 6 that I've needed, but it's been weeks since I've found another. I've survived solely on the sustenance of toilet wine that I've made inside of this toilet right here. But it's not enough. It's been so long since I've seen any light of hope. Like the power of my will wanes. Until the 218th day, I've managed to find a friend. That's right. Kill 218. I got a fucking pet, baby. Dude, I was not expecting that at all, especially such a low KC for the pet. And I'm honestly super excited about it, because if there was like one pet that I was gonna pick that I would like to get, it's probably this one. I honestly think the Hunlef pet, the Young Lef, is one of the best pets in the game, and God, I was so hyped to get it. And the funny thing is, 2 kills after that on 220 KC, I managed to pull another armor seed. So we are now 3 armor seeds away from finishing the Corrupted Gauntlet, the Gauntlet in general. And on top of that, me getting this pet actually greens out the collection log for the Gauntlet. So technically, I've completed the collection log for Gauntlet already. And that's pretty cool, man. So anyway, needless to say, the end of this week was pretty lit. Getting the pet and the armor seed, God, it was exciting. And the good news is we're at 3 armor seeds now, so we only need 3 more. So as far as goals go for this week, that's the first one. Do more CG, try to grind out some more armor seeds. So technically we need 3 more. I haven't decided yet if I'm gonna go for all 3. I might stop at 5 total, because that gives me the chest piece and the legs, and just leave the helmet, because a lot of people say the helmet's not necessarily that important. If you're gonna skip something, that's the thing to skip. And a lot of people don't even use the helmet anywhere. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't, especially when it comes to Slayer tasks. You definitely want to be using the Slayer helmet over the Crystal helmet anyway. It's a much bigger boost at that point. So I haven't quite decided. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below what I should do. I might just set like a KC goal. Like if I'm close to 400 KC, once I get my 5th one, I might say, hey, let's just get to 400. If we don't get it, then we'll go. If we do, sick. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think down below. Moving on to next goal, 80 smithing. It was supposed to be done last week, but I didn't just sit down and do it. I need to. It's like less than 10k away. I need to just sit down and do it and get it because I like the idea of having 80 smithing, I guess. After that, we need more attack levels. My goal is to hit 85. Last week, I wanted to get to 83, which we did. Now I want to get to 85, and then we can start training on controlled, or maybe even just send 99 strength and then do controlled. We'll see what happens. After that, I need more rune crafting levels. I was supposed to get a couple this past week, but I didn't. And especially because I'm like 3k away from another one right now. I just need to sit down and do it and grind it out, especially leading into our next goal, which is more Slayer levels, so that we don't have to boost for Cerberus. And once we get grinding on Cerberus and start getting those crystals coming in, we're going to want to have the rune crafting level so I can make the primordials and make the Pegasians. Speaking of Pegasians, our next goal, grind out a bunch of medium clues and start working towards getting our ranger boots. I've already started doing that. It's pretty easy to grind medium clues, especially with eclectics at Puro. So I'm going to start doing that and trying to get as many as I can. You saw me get the Bando's cloak this past week, which was pretty awesome. That's going to be nice for God Wars. So I'm going to start doing that a lot more this week as well. Next goal, we're looking at 77 prayer. I was supposed to get it this week, but I didn't go and do it. I'm super close to that as well. I believe less than 10K on that as well. I just have to sit down and go and get that level. After that, more fletching levels. We got quite a few this week, which was sick, but I do have to get more, especially once we're working towards getting our blowpipe after CG is done, because we're going to want to be able to make the best darts that we possibly can. And then after that, going along with the Slayer goals that we have, I want to try and get a Black Demon task so that I can go and do some demonics and try to get our first Zanite shard out of there, because once we do that, we can actually make the Ring of Suffering, and that's going to help a shit ton at Zulrah. And then the next goal is to just kind of start working towards 87 crafting, because once we are there, we can actually boost to 92, which allows us to make the Necklace of Anguish, which is a huge boost to range. And as for like a little bonus goal, I have to start doing some more stuff in the Fremi area. I haven't done Fremi Exiles yet. There's a couple other quests I haven't done up there. And I also have to start doing the diary for the Fremnik area, because that diary is actually really good to get, and I haven't done any of them. So I really got to sit down and do that. It's going to be a huge help, especially for like herb runs and teleports and stuff like that. I do need to sit down and do that. So anyway, that's the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and a comment down below. Don't forget to share it with your friends. And don't forget that I'm live every Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, usually streaming a different game like Apex or something like that. But every once in a while, we'll hop on RuneScape as well. In fact, this past week, I showed my friend how to do some entry mode TOA, so that was kind of fun. It didn't go too well, but he learned, and we actually ended up getting through most of the bosses up until the last boss. So that was kind of a lot of fun. So make sure you guys stop by there. Maybe drop a follow if you're interested. And I'll see you guys next week. Mwah.